lizard.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Flesh and Blood stream. We got to straighten up one of my cameras there. Hope you guys are doing well on a wonderful Monday evening. I'm very excited to be here and hang out with you guys. Is my mic quiet? Hang on, is my mic quiet? Dot, thank you so much for the 8 months over on Twitch. Thank you. Feels like my mic is quieter for some reason than it normally is. Hang on one second. That's not what I wanted. Also, what's up with my hair today? Sheesh. Somebody do something with my hair. Ah. All right, my microphone got turned down, but we're back. We're here. We're good. It should be up and ready now. Everybody, I'm glad you guys are here. Thank you guys for being here. Dot, thank you for the 8 months if I didn't say that a minute ago. Yo, Copper with the $20 super chat. Yo, Copper, thank you so much, brother. I appreciate that. Thank you. Means a lot. Yeah, it was quieter, but we got it. We have a very interesting list for you tonight. I will say, like, don't get me wrong. There's a little, it's got the soup aspect to it, the aggro soup aspect to it tonight, but it's pretty interesting. There are a few unique cards in the list, and I'm actually really excited to share with you guys tonight. Now, before we talk about anything, we get started, we play the deck. I want to say, I did not cook this list up. This list comes straight to you from Philip Spader. Now, Philip is a Georgia local. I think he's in the, it's not Atlanta, Savannah. I think he's in the Savannah area, if I remember correctly. But Philip has been cooking up this list and shared it with me the other day. And so we're going to play it tonight because I'm pretty excited. When he sent me the list, I thought it was really cool. I really like it. I'm excited to play it tonight. Should be a lot of fun. Before we get started, Wally, Rose, Dot, Copper, Mekado, Cusco, Dave, Luca, Shadow, Chris, Derek, Brick, Casper, Whooper. I think I hit everybody. If I missed you, I'm very sorry, guys. Thanks for being here. I'm glad you guys are here and chilling with me tonight. Noob, you are in fact here. Whether you like it or not, you're here, dog, but you're here and that's what matters. Few things. Electrum, what's up, buddy? Couple things to talk about. If you are coming to Pro Tour Las Vegas, make sure you come see me Friday morning. The first 15 people to come see me get a custom Might token brought to you by Opus Arts or Gage. Gets a drinking buddy, the promo, the creator promo that they were nice enough to send to us. Shout out to LSS. And a custom Lightning Flow token, which seems pretty relevant tonight considering what we're streaming. So I'm bringing 15 of each of them with me tonight. Be one of the first 15 people to come see me on Friday, and I will get you one of those. Wish it wasn't 4K to get to the PT. Ooh, that's an expensive trip. That's an expensive trip, Sprite. I get that. I completely understand that. Side note, this is also one of the things that I have done this weekend / today. I have had people reaching out to me asking me to update some lists as we're moving into the PT. So for everybody who is a YouTube member, Twitch sub, metafy, sub, whatever, like all the stuff, I have updated the Betsy list. I have updated the Jarl list. I've updated the Syndra list, and I've updated the Valda list. Now I am currently not talking about which hero I am playing at the PT because I have been working on my deck with a group of people. So just know that it is a list, like it is a hero I have played before. It is a hero I have played before. It is one of the lists that I updated for you all, but I am not telling you which hero I am playing because I have been asked not to stream the list. I've been asked not to talk about it publicly. So just know that, I'm not talking about it, but it is available to you all in some way or another. So anyway, that's that. That's where I'm at right now. Just play 0 for 4 Acilio, switch your brain off, and shield a top 8. I'm worried that everybody's going to be prepared for that. I think I know what you're playing based on breakpoints, but I won't guess. Dave, I appreciate that. I will not be listing all the heroes I am not playing, Whooper. For sure. How does it feel to not be locked on in a deck the week before the Pro Tour? So I am locked onto a deck. I am 110% locked on. I am locked into like my 80 as of Saturday. So like 100% we are locked on our deck that we're playing. But I will admit, over the last couple of weeks, I've been bouncing around a little bit trying to figure out what hero I was going to play. And I've landed in a place that I really like, and I feel very confident in the list that I'm taking. So I have complete faith that no matter what happens in Vegas, I have made the correct decision. And if I'm wrong, we can talk about it after Vegas. But yeah, we've done a lot of bouncing around. But is it really a comp event if you don't have a chance to audible to a new list Thursday night? Sprite, the amount of people I know that do that like change their list on Thursday night. Yeah, it's I know a lot of people that do that. Yo, what's up, Michael? Still in Japan, I see. The hero he's playing is definitely a hero in a class. Octopus is onto something. It is a hero and a class. It's all good. Just tell me what hero you're playing. Everyone else cover your eyes. Yeah, nobody else is listening, right? Right, Electrum? Nobody else is listening, right? Nobody else is listening. So yeah, the lists are updated. Come see me about the promos. We're playing Aurora tonight. And I told you guys that the list is not one that I had built tonight because I'm excited to play the list. I admit I have not been working on Aurora a lot leading up to this. So I not worked on Aurora a lot. She kind of missed the mark on like week 1 release for me. So, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't been working on it a lot, but I will say when I get back from Pro Tour, there's kind of a lull until Kansas City at the end of August for me. So I think when I get back, we're going to be looking at playing some Aurora, some Lyeth, and some Bravo. And I have been cooking. I've been cooking on Bravo a little bit behind the scenes. I've been cooking on Bravo a little bit behind the scenes, trying to like see if there's a deck that I like, see if it's good enough in the meta. So I don't know. I'm thinking that what we might do is the ProQuest season that comes up. There will be a ProQuest season like in October or something like that. I think what we're going to do is we're going to pick like an off-meta hero. Something like, something like Bravo, something like Lyeth or Aurora, maybe something that's like off-meta a little bit. And I think we're going to play it all of ProQuest season and try to win a ProQuest. Playing like an off-meta hero, I think, is the goal. I think that's going to be the goal. Yo, let's go. Ponkage in the chat. What up, dude? The Victor players just don't know where to go. Dude, Whooper, that is so much more true than you know, brother. So true. Betsy did really well at calling Shinjuku this past weekend. Shinjuku, I think I said that right. They did really well. Like there was 2 Betsies that went 6-1. Now, that said 2 things to me. The first thing that it said is I'm really bad at Betsy. The second thing that it said to me is that Betsy has a real place in this meta. So I don't know. I don't know. Like Betsy might be real. I'm just saying. I'm playing Ziggy, Malice, or Gravy for PQs. That checks out, Rose. That checks out. Am I showing off the Team Aurora list? Taylor, I told you I would keep your Pro Tour deck under wraps until after the event. You guys believe this, guy? You guys believe this? Marlin PT deck confirmed. I feel like there's a joke there with Ponkage that I don't understand, but maybe I missed something. I don't know. Hey, what's up, Max? RKO for PQ? I like RKO. I've never given the deck enough like real thought, to be honest. Malice, Shadow, Necro, Trust would be cool. 7-1 Betsy and a 7-5 was wild. I mean, I have to imagine they were a little disappointed after a 7-1 and a 7-5 Foxy, you know. But I mean, we've all been there, you know. Like, what's like the example that I think of is and this is in no way like I'm not picking on this person, but this is the most recent example that comes to mind. At Pro Tour, or I'm sorry, at US Nationals this past year, like in Minneapolis a few weeks ago, Charles Dunn, who is like a renowned, like very well known, very good Flesh and Blood player, was like 10-1 or 9-1 and ended up missing top 8. And that's, you know, like only a few rounds to go. So that one had to sting a little bit, but that's what it reminds me of. Charles, did I say Josh? I meant Charles Dunn. Charles Dunn, sorry. I wonder if the top Betsy cashed. I don't know. So much energy and time gets put into other heroes. Yeah, Electrum, I'm really gonna be exploring. I'm really gonna be exploring other heroes to figure out like what my next deck will be to like really like, you know, like dive into and spend a lot of time on. Going to Worlds. So there has been a lot of debate about this. I will not be at Worlds. No is the short answer. So this was supposed to be my year where I hit every calling in North America. That was my goal at the start of 2026. Well, missing my flight and, you know, everything that happened with Pro Tour, or I'm sorry, calling Memphis kind of ended that for me. I was not able to make it to calling Memphis, and so it kind of fell short, and you know that really sucked. So since then, Carly and I have been making other plans because when the year started, I kind of told her like, you know, like I know that like this is something that we do all year, but you know, I like this year is a big deal. I'm going to go to everything, and if something comes up, like I'm going to go to that instead. So after I missed that, I kind of backed off of that plan a little bit and decided that, you know, it's a game, it's casual. Like, you know, like as competitive as I am and as much as I love competing, life is important too. So we have made plans to go to a football game at Carly's alma mater where she went to college, which is Virginia Tech, for those of you that don't know. We go once every 2 or 3 years. All of her friends that she went to college with, we all get together and go to a football game. And we planned it a couple months before they announced Worlds, and it just happens to be that same weekend of Worlds. So unfortunately, I am not going to get to go to Worlds. I am very excited to go and hang out and, you know, like get to do the, you know, like college football tailgating thing because we always have a blast. But unfortunately, I am going to miss Worlds. So I will not be at Worlds this year. Sorry, that was a long way to say no. My bad. What is the reason to not say the hero if you have to say to your opponent who it is? So, Mateus, the idea is that if you are like a YouTube member or a Twitch sub, you can find the list that I am playing. If you are a YouTube member or a Twitch sub or like, you know, a metafy subscriber, like you can find that. You can find the exact 80 that I will be playing at the Pro Tour. But a friend that I've been working with on the list has asked me not to share it publicly. So I'm not talking about the hero that I am playing. I'm not talking about the hero that I am playing because it would give away my 80 immediately. And so I'm not talking about that hero tonight or tomorrow. That's the rationale. A good friend was nice enough to like, you know, help get me into a group of people who are working on a specific hero. And, you know, I am not going to ruin what they asked me not to talk about and share. You know, that feels kind of shitty of me. So I'm not going to do that to them because they were nice enough to include me. I'm forever punished for not saying hi to you at PT London. I promise you, Max, I will come back to Europe. I wish I was going to Korea, Rose. I do not think I will be going to Korea. I wish. We have Vegas on the docket. You know, obviously I'll be at Pro Tour Las Vegas, and then I will be at Calling Kansas City next weekend. One thing that Carly and I kind of talked about is I'm not sure it's 100% yet. But they normally do about one calling a year in Brazil. Carly and I have never been to Brazil. We would love to go to Brazil. I think being in Brazil would be a lot of fun. You know, like Ethan talked about, like, you know, Mansant talked about how amazing Sao Paulo was, the food, the atmosphere, the culture. So I think one of the big plans that we're making for 2027 is when the calling in Brazil gets announced for 2027, we are going to try and go to that. We're going to try and go to Calling Brazil we're going to try and go to that. I think it's going to be a big plan of ours. Calling 100 in September. I'm going to do my best to be at that one. I don't know where it's at. But like if it's reasonable, I'm going to try to make it happen, especially if it's in the US. I'm going to try and make like a turn and burn happen for that event specifically. I think that would be pretty cool. I think like being able to like turn and burn. I want to go to Calling 100 a lot, and I'm probably going to try and make like a content video out of it. So that would be cool. Hey, Donkey, what's up, buddy? You mean you're not coming to Calling Edinburgh the week after PT? I will not be in Edinburgh. I'm sorry. I will not be there. I'm sorry. If I DM you 2 heroes and one of them is correct, you buy me a drink in Vegas. Don't have to confirm hero until PT starts, obviously. If I'm wrong, I buy you a drink. You get 2 heroes. I mean, yeah, I'm in for that. Sure, I'm in for that. Yeah, you have to find me. Zondo. I'm gonna go with Zondo. You have to find me because, you know, you guys know what I look like. If I haven't met a lot of you guys, I don't know what you guys look like a lot of times. So you have to find me. But yeah, you're on. Yeah, shoot me a DM. I think this is a fun game, Zondo. Shoot me a DM, and if you get one of the 2 heroes right, I'll buy you a drink somewhere. All right, listen, I can't play this game with everybody, Beam. I can't play this game with everybody because, you know, like, I'd just be buying everybody drinks. Maybe the drink ratio would balance out, you know? Maybe it would balance out. Everyone can play and we can get him blackout. That would go crazy, Yonder. Although, to be fair, in Vegas, when you see me in Vegas, if we are not playing cards, I will have a drink in my hand, or I will be on the way to get a drink in my hand. Forgive the language. If your kids are listening, mute for about 10 seconds, but we're fucking Vegas, baby. I will be getting shit-faced when we are in Vegas. Oh, see, now Matt gets it. Calling in 100 in Jersey would be sick. Is that confirmed? Are we sure about that? Qualified for my 3rd Worlds? Yo, silly, congratulations. I still think about that codex, dog. I have an important question. If we match together, is there a hidden passphrase this time? There is not a hidden passphrase this time because I can't tell you what I'm playing yet. But, you know, like, I don't know. We can come up with something fun if you guys want. That's right. We going crazy in Vegas. Okay, Gary, that shit is wild, bro. Somebody needs to get Gary. That shit is crazy. I will be in a constant state of shit-faced at Vegas. Dude, based. Get him. Oh, we are, yes, Carly, 100%. We are getting Fat Tuesday slushies. I think that'll be a Thursday activity. Carly and I go get Fat Tuesday slushies. If you guys have never had one, they're these massive alcoholic like slushies, and they're amazing. Like, we carry them around all the time. I could accept it's F in Vegas, baby. Yeah, listen, I'm sorry. I know I tried not to cuss in case, you know, like, not everybody's like age appropriate to be hanging out in the stream and stuff like that. But yeah. No, yeah. It's Vegas. Wait, Rose, you're not coming to Vegas? Rose, I thought you were going to come to Vegas. You were talking about buying a PTI the other day. Dude, drunk PT would go crazy. Especially like if we do well. I need you to sign my David Bowie lightning flow token. Yo, Treferi. First off, that's a cool name. Yeah, come say hi. I'd be more than happy to sign whatever tokens you have. Absolutely. Carly's trying to get the refillable slushies and get hammered all weekend. I love it. Rose, DM me and tell me what happened with Vegas. Or if you want to tell me in chat, that's fine too. But if something else came up and you don't want to publicly share, then please DM me. I'd like to know what happened. But I hate that you're not going to be there. That sucks. That reminds me, I need to get that flow state embodiment out of my bag then. Make sure I get that to you. I can't do those Fat Tuesdays anymore. That's how I know I'm getting old. Bison, that's so true, bro. That's so true. Oh, I bet you do, Gary. I bet you do. Drunk PT, where everyone is required to play a Crazy Bruin deck. You know what, Electrum? I think that would be like probably the best tier 4 in the history of the game. At that point, that would be awesome. That would be awesome. Okay. All right, guys, let's take a look at the Aurora deck. I've talked and yapped enough. Let's take a look at the Aurora deck and see what we're playing tonight. Let's see. That's not right. That's not right. We'll call that about 25. That seems close enough. Okay. So the Aurora deck, in a lot of ways, for what you guys are thinking about is like, this is like going to like slop. There's going to be a lot of slop tonight. Take that how you will. Huh? What did he say? I hit the wrong button. Shit. I meant to hit this one.
Lizard.
Either way, doesn't matter. But yeah, this is a 60 coming to us from Philip. We are going to be playing Aurora tonight, and I'm very excited. Now, there are a few cards in here that stand out to me. Even though I think they have some potential value, I am skeptical of how impactful they can be. I DM'd you my Vegas hot dog ritual info. Yo, let's go. I'm so here for that. If I spot you, you're going to be signing each card in my deck and all my spare change I have left after the booze slushies. Yo, Copper, that goes crazy, dog. So a lot of the things in the deck are things you would expect. Like Lightning Surge, Rush of Power, Ravenous Rabble, Snatch. We got Skyward Serenade back. I think one of the big questions that I'm really looking for tonight is, looking to answer tonight is, does Skyward Serenade put us on the map enough to be able to get back into the game? Because, it's been very clear, at least to me, since Aurora has come back into the meta, that she has a Guardian problem. That there is a real Guardian issue. This deck, kind of struggles with the Guardians of the format. And so, does Skyward Serenade coming back mean that we are in a position to be able to play the predominant aggro game? One of the issues that we were having beforehand is that, a lot of the 9 to 12 blues and the 1-cost version of the deck, Prophetic Quickstep, Dashing Fleetfoot, things like that, we had issues into other aggro decks because they were, Syndra is the key example that I use. They were happy to use the Spell Void Dagger and then block with a defense reaction. Cover up all the value. We get no value out of out one of our power cards to set up to get more value for us. And they were able to stop that pretty quickly. Well, you go another route where you end up on 15 blues and you're playing something like Tempestuous Kiss. You're playing this very, very mid-rangey style deck where you're trying to use as much disruption as possible. Well, a card like Tempestuous Kiss is an absolute powerhouse into a deck like Syndra or Dio for that matter. But Tempestuous Kiss was really bad into Guardians because a lot of Guardians were happy to pitch a blue, AB1, Staunch Response. So even if it had a quick succession on it where it was coming in for 7, didn't matter. It was still getting blocked by Staunch. 2-card play covers up everything really easily. So we've had a Guardian problem and we've had an aggro deck problem. But now we're back to Skyward Serenade. We're back to where, LSS, and LSS talked about this in their article, how, there was a misprint that Go Again was supposed to be the 4th, mode like that you could choose from. And now we're back to, they said, we made a mistake. It doesn't seem fair that as much as we hate this mistake to keep it from you guys, and honestly, I know that a lot of you guys have made comments over the last couple months, that we give LSS too much, grief on the podcast. But I really tip my hat to LSS for this move, because they could have banned this card and left it in the dark forever, saying this was a mistake. We're never going to let this card come back to the light. But they brought it back into the format, making Skizzik a somewhat making it a playable card, a better card to play. So I really tip my hat to LSS for, taking their licks on the chin and moving forward with this. As much grief as we give LSS, I'm glad that they are improving and trying to move forward with other things. It genuinely makes me happy. I really like to see that. So Skyward Serenade making its way back into the list. Cards like Quick Succession, Path to the Same Ends, Rush of Power, Scar for Scar, Second Strike, Snatch. All of these cards are soup cards that stand out a lot. There is one card down here at the bottom. Our last main deck card right here is Current Funnel. I am on Current. There's 3 copies of Current Funnel in this list. So, Current Funnel, just a powerhouse of a card. You're able to go Arc Lightning into Rush of Power, into Current Funnel, into Snatch with Go Again. So you can do some really strong things there. Current Funnel lines up very, very well. There are a couple of things I'm skeptical of. When I wrote my AGE article, probably a month or 2 ago, whenever the set came out, I had Jack Be Nimble in my original list. I think it was Jack Be Nimble. Is Jack Be Nimble or Jack Be Quick? I think it was Jack Be Nimble. I can't remember. Doesn't matter which one it was. But this card, its entire existence is predicated off of the fact that we have a Nimbleism in our graveyard. Now, I like this card because it's a potential 0 for 4. It's conditional 0 for 4 with Go Again with an effect that could matter. And it also has a 3 in the bottom right-hand corner, which means it has a high floor, but it also has a high ceiling, fitting into our 0 for 4 soup style plan, which, is I don't know, kind of just fits the game plan. But to help complement this in Philip's list, he has added 2 copies of NIMBY. 2 copies of NIMBY to help search up some of our Nimbleisms that we can help get them into play. Now, I won't lie. I am a NIMBY skeptic. I have never really been a NIMBY fan. I don't think that it is a great card. I know that it got banned, when it was still Project Blue and not Silver Age. I know that NIMBY was on the ban list. But I'm just not a NIMBY fan. I don't know. I've just never been really impressed by this card, if I'm being honest. But I also don't think we should be on the Jack Be Nimbles. So that's kind of playing into my decision here. I think playing Nimbleism as a 0 for 3 is perfectly fine. We also basically do not have a hero ability. You do not have a hero ability with this deck, with the way that the deck is set up. Well, arguably, to some extent. So not being able to make Embodiment of Lightnings means that we're reliant on Arc Lightning, Current Funnel, and Snapdragon Scalers for NIMBY to make this deck work, because we're not Briar, where we can play 2 non-attack actions and make this work. So I'm skeptical at first, but we'll continue to see how it does. The other card that I'm a little skeptical of is Flowing Strike. Now, Flowing Strike is a 0 for 4. It fits into... it is a 0 for 4 that, creates lightning flows on hit, which for the most part are relatively, I think going to be irrelevant for most of the night. I'm not going to hold my breath on that, but I think going to be irrelevant. The pump effect could be relevant. It could come up. I imagine this is a 0 for 4 9 times out of 10, but it could be relevant, and the lightning flow generation could be really neat. The other thing that this is one card I love about this list. I love this. Revel in Runeblood is a 0 for 4. It is literally like a Second Strike or a Scar for a Scar. It is a 0 for 4 that offers split damage. And I love this. I love the one of Revel in Runeblood. When Aurora first got printed, before we went into the tank about, the combo with gold and Ether Iron Weave and Vexing Quill Hand and like multiple Arc Lightnings and things like that. I was trying to play Revel and Runeblood with Remembrance, because being able to, like, you know, have a turn where you have 5 cards to go wide with and a Revel and Runeblood can do some really dumb shit. Like, that can be really, really broken. So I really like this, like, one of Revel and Runeblood. I kind of think Philip is cooking with this one. I won't lie. Like, I think this is actually, like, pretty solid as a one of. So I'm really excited to see how this fits. Let's see. What do you mean by misprint for Skyward? Oh, so yeah, Giovanni. So Skyward Serenade, the go again at the bottom, like down here where the go again is, that was supposed to be a mode. Go again was supposed to be a mode that you could choose on Skyward Serenade. So that is why, like, it was a, like, quote unquote misprint. And like, I don't mean anything when I put that in quotes. I just mean, like, it was supposed to have that mode, so it was misprinted. So the card is naturally better than it should have been with what LSS has told us, and that's really all that meant. Hey, what's up, Paul? Flowing on a burn-up turn is funny because blocking is hard. Oh, yeah, that does make sense. It's kind of neat. All right, taking a look at the sideboard, we have some tech cards for, like, other matchups. Like, we have Shelter, Sink, Warmonger's Diplomacy, just some solid tech cards to help us out. We have AB1 plus Shock Charmers for, like, Spellio, things like that. We do have Tunic in the sideboard for when we need it into grindy matchups, and Boots of Omnis Ward, which has very quickly made its way into the metagame in a big way. Boots of Omnis Ward is very strong, and even though it's really powerful, a lot of heroes are figuring out ways to play around this. So, I don't know. I'm excited to play the list tonight. It's cool. I think Philip has cooked up something pretty interesting. And I am curious to see what that looks like tonight. Should be fun either way, though. On the very first game of the evening. Let's see. 35, 31. Kassai. I think we want to go second into Kassai. I think 6 D-Reacts is too many. I'm also on Old Knocker instead of Tunic. Oh, interesting. That's true. It did not stop. Did not stop Clements and Mario. That is very, very true. I think this is a snaps matchup. I think we're just on value blocking here. And honestly, I don't think we want anything. I think we want to run a raw 60, and I think we just want to try and run them over. Oh, I just noticed this was Derek. Oh, we're gonna try. We're really gonna try and give Derek the business here. We're gonna really try and give Derek the business here. What is a scar for a scar? All right. Yo, easy, easy. Hold air, hold air, hold air, hold air. I think we can take a little bit of damage. Think that'll be fine. All right, so Hood, some defense reactions. Or I'm sorry, Hood, couple blocking pieces, and then we have our Valiant Dynamos. Man, I hate to block with this. Yeah, this hand did not block well, which is not great. Hand did not block well, but that is okay. Immediately. Adios mio. I guess we're just gonna Arsenal. Jack be nimble. I guess that's like a perfectly fine play. We can just go Skyward Serenade, Skizzic, Embodiment. We have to activate Quick Succession. We have to pitch this to Grasp first, and then we can Arsenal the Jack be Nimble, because I really don't want to play this for one value. I want to make sure that we're keeping this in the deck. So we're going to pitch this to Grasp. Skyward Serenade is going to be search for a Skizzic, create an Embodiment of Lightning. And it's going to be 1 Rune Chant up front, and it's going to be 4 go again. Also hate using the Lightning Press this way. I would much rather use the Lightning Press on something like with a burn up turn. I feel like that would be a lot better. I like the idea of Flow State Embodiment over Storm Strike, even though you are only on press at the moment. Its ability to make an embodiment. Oh, yeah, I agree. I agree. Flow State Embodiment should definitely be in the list. I think Flow State Embodiment is just too good. I think that card is just too good. I'm a big fan of Flow State Embodiment in this deck. Yeah, Quick Succession only gives your next Lightning or Room Blade attacks go again this turn. So Quick Succession would not give Jack Be Nimble go again because it is a generic attack. Just as a heads up there. Derek immediately cracks gold. We are not going to block. We hit with a Blade Runner. We're getting juiced. Oh, no. We're getting juiced. Ray Forge Bracers into 7. Adios mio. Wait, you use what on the Jack? You can use the embodiment? Oh, sure. We could have played out the whole hand. I mean, I guess that's fair. We could have like just played out 4 cards and then kept this hand because we could have went Scar, Rabble, Press, Arsenal, Lightning Surge. Sure. Hey, what's up, Josh? Is Mario going to speed run LL? I don't know about. I mean, it's I would hardly call it speed running at this point. Like it's been, you know, like what, a couple years since we got hunted. And we can just take 7, right? There's no reason to block here. If we're not going to block the whole thing to deny the Vigor token, there's no reason to block, right? I think Betsy is hella OP right now. Yo, hit me with some sauce, Michael. Hit me with some sauce, dude. Let's go. Yeah, we could. I guess we could have searched up the we could have searched up the Skizzik and then used Quick Succession, or we could have played the Jack Be Nimble for 4 go, or it still would have been for 3 go again, right? Or no, we would have played Quick Succession, 4 go again, 4 go again. This, yeah, we wouldn't have had this in Arsenal. Would have been fine. Really?
Got him!
3 blues in the whole deck. 3 blues in the whole deck, and we flip 1. Derek said there's a bug. I'm so confused. I see. He was saying yeah. Apparently it is 0 for 2 slop tonight. Apparently I was wrong. It is 0 for 2 slop tonight. I think we'll wait on a Nimbleism because this is go again when we draw 1. Listen, if there's ever been something I would be good at, it's definitely flipping blues off of Rabble when there's minimal numbers in the deck. I've been doing that for years. If anything, I have proved my value at that time and time again. Time and time again. I don't like to spot Gravy's in at the moment. I mean, Gravy doesn't seem like the best deck for this weekend. I won't lie. What is the plan here? So, Arc Lightning, Rush of Power. I have to think about this for a second, but this one should be pretty straightforward. I think we can block 4 to deny them the copper here. We can just block like this, I think. Unless they have unless Derek has a second one. Should be fine. This is not my list. This list comes to us from Philip Spader, Downfall on Discord. So we play Arc Lightning, Rush of Power for 5, go again. Current Funnel, NIMBY with go again. Play the... We don't get to use our... Oh, no, this is not Abby's list, no. And we don't get to use our weapon this way, but we do get a lot of value out of our Arc Lightning, so I think this is fine. We get a lot of value out of the Arc Lightning this turn, and honestly, I think I'm okay with that. I think we will give Derek the value of grains here and the 2 copper. Not a huge fan of it, but Derek probably has a D-React he's sitting on. Derek is a very, very... So for anybody who does not know, Derek is a local of mine who we're playing against right now. Derek is a very good Kassai player. He won one of our Pro Quests on Kassai, and I believe he won one of our cash tournaments recently on Kassai. He's a very good Kassai player. Yeah, dude, Kit, no worries, please. I mean, you guys are always welcome to jump in. I'm just like throwing out like what I think works, like what does and does not work. I am like also kind of learning the lines here. Also kind of learning the lines for our deck tonight. So, you know, that's something you guys got to keep in mind as well. That I am by no means the perfect steward for what this list should be doing. This comes to us from somebody else. I don't know why Derek blocked with equipment there. Feels like not a great block. There's no real on-hit effect. Nimby with Go again. I would like to search. We'll get a Nimblism out of our deck. This is going to be 3 Go again. Derek falls to 25. Arc Lightning probably puts Derek down to 24. Nimblism breaks the combat chain, puts Derek to 23. And then we get to banish this for 7 Go again. On hit, still a copper until the end of the action phase, which is not that great. We very briefly had a Nimblism. Oh, we're going to get that D-React from Arsenal. Yeah, there it is. There it is. Good plays by Derek. Derek's going to fall to 22. All right. So we got a lot of equipment out of the way that turn, and we put Derek down to 22. So I think that's pretty good. This hand also looks to be very promising. I mean, not getting the end on the sword is kind of sad, but, you know. How's the mech practice been? I mean, I am going to say this. There may or may not be Dio in my backpack right now. That's all I'm going to say. That's all you guys get right now. Skyward Serenade, search up a Skizzik, 4 Go again. Current Funnel, Nimby, search up a Nimblism. Nimblism, Jack be Nimble. Right? I mean, that feels like a pretty good line. Ew. I don't like that. All right. Well, we'll send the Current Funnel at their guy. Yeah, we'll send the Current Funnel at the guy. That's fine. We're going to fall down to 18. There is no Grains play for Derek this turn. So Skyward Serenade, create an embodiment, search for a Skizzik. We're going to get a Skizzik out of our deck. We're going to go 4 upstairs. Oh, Taylor's watching. Uh-oh, Taylor's watching. Everybody be cool. Everybody be cool. We have a pro watching us tonight. Everybody be cool. Yeah, it has nothing to do with attacking them per se. We will search. Nimblism seems pretty good right here. If we already had a Nimblism in the yard, I would say that we could just throw Jack be Nimble for 4 and then end on sword. But I mean, Dynamos is up, so it's honestly not the best play in the world anyway. We just get to like come in for 7 Go again here. Hopefully we can force a couple cards out of Derek's hand and make his hand weird. Derek might just be willing to take 4, though. Haha! Take that! That's my copper. For about 5 more seconds. Derek's always a good sport. Derek is always a good sport. All right. This hand is less than ideal. I kind of assumed Derek didn't have Go again because he didn't block with Dynamos there. Hey, what's up, Skeleton? All right, so this is 5 Go again. On hit, make a gold. What is our hand doing? Our hand is not great. So we could block Burn Up and Rush of Power here, and then block Stinging Sprite on the Hot Streak is an efficient way to cover this turn. That's like the most efficient way to cover this turn by not giving them a gold. If we were looking to play for efficiency and efficiency alone to like set up a Burn Up and Shock, we could block Rush of Power. Oh man, Derek's always a good sport. I love Derek. If we block Rush of Power and Stinging Sprite, we could also block Grasp here if we wanted to. Oh, dude. Skeleton, I'm sorry to hear that. So if we block like this, we could set the Burn Up and Shock with snaps. We take 3 and give them the gold. Now, Snatch only takes 1 card out of their hand. We could also just force them to convert the whole hand. We're not going to deny the on-hit effect. Like, if we're not going to deny the on-hit effect at all, then we just need to let it happen, I think is the plan here. So we get to deal 1 to them. Stinging Sprite on defense is pretty solid. I guess we could have blocked here and then forced Derek into deciding how he wanted to do this. Would have been interesting. All right, we go to 17. We're going to go to 15. Giving up a gold is unfortunate. We are not... We're only going to buy 1 card here, which is less than ideal. But having Burn Up and Shock to like go crazy ham next turn could be really good. Okay. All right, so we get 1 card. They reset Dynamo. We're going to Arsenal Burn Up and Shock. And we're going to look for a really solid turn. Well, there's good news and bad news here, right? The good news is that we're probably going to connect next turn. Derek just said Pot of Greed in chat. It went away before I could really say anything. Yeah, Skeleton, I'm sorry to hear that things haven't been great, but I'm glad that you can come by and hang out tonight. I'm glad you're here chilling with us. I hope everything gets better for you. I know that being in the hospital is frustrating. So I hope everything gets better for you. So we take 5 down to 10. Red Blade Runner would make this 5 plus Blade Flurry would mean we go to 8 and then go to 1. So we could give multiple pieces of equipment here if we would like to. I mean, we're still not blocking regardless. We can give equipment after this if we need to. We can't even like use Purgatory here. Well, that's less than ideal. I agree, Josh. Giving them the body does change the equation a little bit. So they clearly want to keep their card. They didn't activate Bracers or Grains, so we should just hang on to blocking here, I think. And we should just try to like get aggressive. Like they didn't do Grains or Bracers on the first hit, so I think this is fine. If you've dealt damage this turn, I mean, I think we're going to target them with the Burn Up or with the Shock. And the rationale is that I want to deal damage because I want this to be online. Derek immediately starts typing when I go to play Second Strike. He said, I said out loud, no Second Strike. Oh, that's so funny. Oh, dude, and Luke's watching? Wait, you wait. He's going to come into the chat and say, man, and say something about a weird looking burn up is when this hits a hero, right? Yeah, we can't just like throw this at the sellsword. I think we have to go upstairs because we need to push. We need to push the damage upstairs. Really curious to know what Derek's thinking right now. Because if we can get the next turn with Purgatory, yeah, I mean, I think we should play this, right? Like, there's no reason not to play this here. Two defense reactions would be unbearably sad for us. Yeah, we could have shocked the sellsword, which was something I was debating. Because I was thinking if we shock the sellsword, our second strike is online. Plus, we can send the Scorpio at the sellsword to kill it. I mean, it does take a card, but we're also at 5. So I want to be a little weary of where we're at in life total. And we need our next hand to be good. They did put a card on the bottom of the deck. Well, that's unfortunate. Oh. Yeah. I see. Wait. So they discarded the shelter instead of covering the lightning surge? Okay. So now this is going to get covered by the shelter. So they're going to keep 2 cards. I mean, I'm still it was just better, right? For them to just give us another card. Uh-oh. We do not have a face purgatory activation here, which is scary. So the discard was still worth 4 value because of the sword, I guess. I was just thinking attack, like block with the sword and then give me a card. Because I mean, you stay at 12. Okay. So this is 5. They destroyed 3 copper, right? I think is what they destroyed. How many copper did they destroy? Go again, and attack twice. Trying to figure out how many cards I have to give up. Like, I don't want to put a card in front of this first saber. The next saber comes in for 2, and the hot streak comes in for 2. So this is 5, 2, and 2. So if I block 2 and take 3, I can put E-Strike in front of the next one. And then I can put Stinging Sprite in front of the last one. Put Derek down to 6. Yo, what's up, Tommy? Yeah, so if we block like this, we go to 2. There is a Kassai on hit here, which is obnoxious. And then the next Saber comes in for 2. We block E-Strike. And then this Hot Streak comes in for 2. We block Stinging Sprite. It's now 2-6. My turn is attack with Path of Same Ends. Snap into Snatch. I don't think we get any real extra value out of giving the Face Purgatory here. Yeah, dude, we're rolling. We're still in there. We're still good. We're still in a good position right now. And we have to block 3. I mean, we could block 2 if we wanted to, but I don't think that's correct. I assumed it would have been buff, go again, and buff. Well, no, because they have to... Dude, I know, dude. Tommy Fresh in the chat. We have Ponkage in the chat. Now Tommy Fresh is in the chat. Dude, I swear, like, I think the stream's starting to get some popularity, you know? I think we're starting to get some popularity around here, you know? Got some big names in the chat. Big names. So, yeah, I think that the 3 modes that should have been selected were probably +1. It probably should have been +1. I wonder if I'm supposed to lead on Snatch here. So that we give Derek an option to make a mistake. Because if we give Derek an option to make a mistake, he might take the arcane damage. He might take the arcane damage from the Path of Same Ends on the second attack, and then we get to come in with Scorpio. Yeah. I think that we should have attacked the other way. I should have led on Snatch, because they give me card and armor. Or they give me card and Dynamos. They give me card and Dynamos, and then we throw the Path and say, do you want to, like, go down to 1 card? Man. That sucks. This is not how I sell myself losing the game. We actually had a really good hand, too. Yeah, our hand was actually going to be really clean, right? Man. Because if we had a 3 block, we could go to 1. But we don't. We have to block like this, and then... Actually, it's technically better to block like this, I suppose. Not that it really matters, but... Man. That's a big Sag. That was close. We went second. We did not play D-Rex. We had a really good Arc Lightning turn right here. We almost got back to another Arc Lightning to play. What would we have drawn off the top? Quick Secession? So my turn would have been block. Like, they attack us with a dagger, right? Actually, they would have led on Hot Streak. Probably would have been the better play. Because if Derek leads on Hot Streak, like, let's say there's no Nourishing Emptiness there, right? Like, I'm thinking through, like, what, like, the game would have looked like for the rest of the, like, what it would have looked like otherwise. Pitch a yellow to Hot Streak. I could have blocked with Arc Lightning. And my turn would have been real bad. Yeah, I don't know that we had a winning line from that position. I wonder if I played a little too recklessly early. Like, what turn could we have changed to have played differently? We played our Arc Lightning turn, which was really good. We blocked as much as feasibly possible on turn 0. The one turn that we could have changed would have been the Jack Be Nimble turn and the Quick Secession turn. We we lost 1 value that turn because we pitched it for a rune chant. We could have went 4-5 sword. Instead, we ended. We had everything that we wanted. We still got 4 value out of the Jack Be Nimble from later, but I could have added 1 more value to the turn. Now, being at 3, I don't think that's enough to win us the game against Derek. Like, you can kind of see, like, right here where we started to, like, get into, like, this life parity, and then we had to fall down to 5 to try and bring Derek back close to us. This turn, was that our off turn? Was turn number 5? I think that was our turn. Yeah, we had 10 value on this turn cycle. I think this was the turn where we just had to block. Yeah, we blocked with Rush of Power, Stinging Sprite, played the Snatch and Arsenal to burn up and shock. That was the turn where, like, we had to take an off turn and it felt bad. But I don't think there was a better play, right? Like, we could have blocked with the... We could have blocked with the Stinging Sprite, taken more damage, and then we could have went Burn Up and Shock, Rush of Power, Snap into Snatch. But I don't think that was a better play. I don't know that that really insulated us any better. Sag.
So you get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
I didn't hear anything at first when I played that. I didn't hear anything. Do we believe in this Aurora deck? I mean, it was only 1 game, right? It was only 1 game. I feel like I have faith in the Aurora deck. I think Aurora could be real, you know? Could be real. I was sweating. You drew 1 stumble hand, and that was the turning point, in my opinion. Yeah, I think that felt very... That felt very... Like, the my stumble turn felt like it hurt me a lot. We'll run it back at the airport. Hell yeah, brother. I love it. Guys, thanks for being here, by the way. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate y'all chilling tonight while we play some Aurora. That Nourishing Emptiness was absolutely back-breaking at the end of the game. Let's see. We are 105.45. And this is Dio. All right. Good luck and have fun. Is there a world we can fatigue Dio? Is that real? Like, I think this is a fine Warmonger's Diplomacy matchup. I think this is probably the matchup we had in mind for it, if I had to guess. Now, I am very skeptical of playing Warmonger's Diplomacy. I'm very skeptical of playing Warmonger's Diplomacy because, like, we are very weak to it. What if we just played all the D-Reacts? Like, what if we just, like, sat down and tried to fatigue? You guys want to race, or you guys want to try and fatigue them? I will leave it up to you all with what you all think we would do. If you all would like to fatigue them, we will. I think it would be more fun to play the 60 and try to race them and see if we can run them over. But we'll see. Josh wants to fatigue them. Spaghetti does not think we can fatigue them, which is fair. Race them. Oh, I don't think you're winning the race. All right, we seem to be very up in the air about what we're going to do. You know what? Let's race. Tonight's about testing, right? Let's race this deck and see what happens. We are going second, which means there is some value in what we're attempting to do. Hopefully they don't go ham on turn 0. All gas, no brakes. I love the sound of that.
Oh, yeah. It's all coming together.
I think blocking with a Skizzik here is perfectly fine. They're on yellow 0 to 60. They're playing maximum velocity. That is the clearest sign that you can get. There are 2 versions of Dash.io. For anybody who does not know, when you sit down, there is like breakpoint the deck style Dio, and then there is this maximum velocity style of Dio. That is the 2 versions that exist right now in the meta. So just so everybody is aware when you guys sit down to play. I think there's a world where like we might be able to fatigue them if we like cut presses and cut like some number of like quick successions, maybe. You know, because you still got to take turns when they give them to you, because if Dio realizes you're going to fatigue them, they will start trying to set up. They're going to play Boom Grenade and Crank. Okay. Okay, all right. BIOS update is really cool. That's the version that I'm playing. Throw them to the slaughter, Talon Brick. Is going to be a good old-fashioned race war. I feel like that's a quote from something, but I don't know what it is. I'm sorry. I feel like I'm a uncultured swine right now. It's me. I'm the drama. I think we can block with Lightning Surge. Snatch has a higher ceiling, and we are trying to race. I'm very surprised they're on Achilles Accelerator into us. Oh, I guess they want AB, just in case. I have no idea why they played this Boom Grenade and Cranked, just to throw the gun at me. I think that was a mistake. You should have just saved this in the gun counter, tried to set up for next turn, I think. I don't know. While they have Go Again. Okay, so we're going to go Quick Succession. Flowing Storm Strike for 5 Go Again. Quick Succession, living up to its name.
Blizzard.
You love to see it. It makes me so happy to play Aurora. Does anybody know how much the adult Marvel is? Actually, you know what? No, don't tell me. I shouldn't buy it. I shouldn't buy it. I don't need to buy it. I don't need any more bling. I've already got a lot of bling. I don't need any more. But it's Aurora, am I right? You guys get it. You guys get it, you know? You guys get it. I knew you would understand. All right, block with Max V. Are they going to try and fatigue me? Probably just blocking for value if I had to guess. We're going to go Path of Same Ends. I really want to see how they play this out. I will happily just Arsenal the Snatch if they block this out. It's less than ideal, but... Oh, okay. Interesting. All right, so now we have to decide, and I know I just said I'll happily Arsenal the Snatch, but should we snap here? Because this turns into 4 Go Again, and then we could throw Snatch afterwards. Or do we just set up the Snatch, just play for next turn? I think setting up a 5-card hand and playing for next turn is fine, because they're just going to jam the heart and rings in front of this. And I think I would rather just play for next turn. This hand is insane. This hand's very good. Very good. So... Blue 0 to 60 in your arsenal is probably not what you want to see. No blocks. Please, no Boom Grenade. Please, I ask nicely. Flex for the homies. History Pack 1 for the stream games. Honestly, that's the most, checks out to me. Always bling if you can. A quote from something is crazy work. I mean, do you know what it is, Austin? Because I don't know what it is. This hand plays very good offense, and I like that a lot. There's actually a really neat play that we could make here, where we can play the Quick Succession after we play the Skizzik. So we get to go... Is that 2 Skizziks down? Oh, adios mio. That's okay, though. That's okay. It's all right. Yeah, last time I saw the Aurora Marvel, she was like $130 or something like that. I haven't looked in a while. Actually, you know what? Let me look on my other monitor so I don't flashbang you guys. I try not to... let's see. Aurora Legacy of Tempest Marvel. 130. 130 is what it says, which, I mean, you know, that checks out. That checks out. Activate Teklo Foundry Heart. They played a Cerebellum Processor from hand and cranked it. Okay. They're going to draw a card, which means they're okay either giving up accelerators here, or they're just going to find an item off the top of the deck. So our turn, just to clarify, so that we can put something cool, like we can make our turn a little bit better, I feel like it would be... So we have a couple of lines. The first one, we always lead on Arc Lightning, right? So it's Arc Lightning, Quick Succession, Skizzic, Current Funnel, Snatch. That puts the +1 on the Skizzic and the Current Funnel. Or we go Arc Lightning, Skizzic for 4, Quick Succession, Current Funnel for 3, Snatch for 5. I want the Snatch to be for 5 because we want to make sure that we are getting as much value out of that as we can. So we're just going to play Arc Lightning here. I mean, I guess we could not play the Arc Lightning. And we could go like Quick Succession, Skizzic, Current Funnel, Snatch, Arsenal this. But it just works with our hand, so we should just play it, right? Look up how much a Marvel Jarl goes for. Are Marvel Jarls expensive? Hang on. Now you have me curious. Now you got me curious. How much is a Jarl Marvel? Jarl of a Treaty. There's no prices. There's no listings available on TCG Player. There's been one sold at $1,000. Damn. That's insane. Who's paying $1,000 for any one card? Yeah, that's actually crazy. TCG Player says market price is like $999, which like is insane. Yeah, that's crazy. Let's see. Quick Succession, Arc Lightning, Current Funnel for 3, go again. Chump Change? Yo. I didn't know Tommy Fresh had pockets like that, yo. My man's pockets are deep over there. Y'all need to hit up Tommy Fresh. He needs to be buying drinks. He needs to be buying drinks in Vegas, is what I'm hearing. My lord. Yeah, excessive is accurate. They were only a Mastery Pack Guardian. No one was opening that stuff. I mean, that's fair. I guess Jarl Marvel is like the hit from MPG. What a draw. What a draw. We are about to Arsenal this, and if we don't get sent to the moon, we are going to send our opponent to the moon. You seem to draw very well. A blue rabble is due. Spaghetti, thank you. The deck has to keep me obvious, you know, or it has to keep me honest. Obvious. Jesus, has to keep me honest. Yeah, that's a solid draw off the top of the deck. Have we played a Nimblism yet? Fuck. I hate this card. I hate this card. Oh, this hand's actually kind of not great, right? Adios mio. This hand's not great. Exclamation point deck, Heartless. Exclamation point deck. I guess I'll wait for the next attack. We're probably just going to give Succession, Jack Be Nimble, and then Purgatory on an attack. Man. I don't know. I don't know about this one. Really don't want to give up equipment this early, but like our hand just doesn't work. This is only Runeblade attacks. So like we could do like some fun cheese plays here. This is going to put us to 30. What one card could they have? Red Boom Grenade off the top is 8, down to 26. Red Zipper Hit is 21. This puts us to 19. It's physically impossible for us to get below our where we're at now. So I think we're just supposed to do this, right? We can get them to discard, and maybe we can try to draw another card that doesn't suck. We also always have, like, we did have, like, a relatively, like, cute play we could have made. We did, like, a relatively, like, cute play we could have made, where if we had kept the quick succession, we could have went quick succession into E-Strike, snap to give it +1. Because I'm pretty sure this buffs while they have go again. Yeah. So it buffs even later if you snap it. All right, they have passed the turn. I don't think we're going to hit them this turn. But I think we have to play Burn Up and Shock. I mean, we're up 19 points. We should just keep pushing the tempo here, I think. You heard succession? Okay, so I feel like I'm saying this word wrong. Is it succession or secession? Like, is it quick succession or succession? I tell you what, chat, help me out here. You guys know words are not my thing. If it is succession, put a 1 in the chat, please. If it is succession, put a 2 in the chat. Like, I'm good either way. I just need to know. It's the second one. Okay, so it's succession. All right. So it's the second one. Also, hi, Trent. Hey, Martin, what's up, buddy? Now, the question is, what can we draw? Because we're going to go E-Strike draw. What can we draw off of E-Strike that benefits Rush of Power or Jack Be Nimble? Arc Lightning benefits either. There is a red quick succession in our deck. Oh, Brian, did I miss what you said? Oh, like 6/7? Haha, I love that, actually. I'm not talking about my current deck for Vegas. I'm not talking about my current deck for Vegas. There's 3 copies of Nimbleism. I think we have a higher chance of drawing something that works with Jack Be Nimble. Then we do... Well, I did say Arc Lightning works with either of them. We're going to snap here, and we're going to throw 3. And I'm going to set up the Arc Lightning. I mean, maybe we could have went... I could have 110% led on the Rush of Power and snapped, and then E-Strike draw card, or 7. Are they just about to let this burn up hit? Okay. And they didn't AB1. Oh, I think our opponents knew. I mean, Nimbleism would have been good off the top, right? Quick success and kisses. I don't know how kisses fit into this equation, but I'm here for it. All right, we're going to Arsenal Arc Lightning and try to blast them into the sun next turn. Oh, we were 1 card away. Curses. Darn you. Also, at 34-7, if we lose this game, I may just, like, turn the stream off. Not really, but yeah.
Lizard.
All right. They only have 3 cards in hand, and this is going to come in for 6. No blocks. Our hand is gas. The combo's coming. What combo are we looking for? What combo are they looking for? I'm very confused, Jade. Oh, hitting for 30? The casual 3-card 30? Well, I guess it's a 4-card 30. BIOS update into 0 to 60. I mean, what was that showed? Whoa, that's pretty cool. It's telling me what boost is. That's actually pretty cool here. Triple max V turn? I mean, dude, like, man, I gotta tell you, I'm not ready for the triple max V turn. Like, if they triple max V us before they don't die and they're at 7, they earned it. They earned it. Maybe headpiece wasn't the best decision. I mean, I do think that the headpiece, did help us like unbrick a little bit, which was nice. This is 3. Oh. All right, we're at 25. Bang, bang. Gun puts us to 23. Sure. Trent is afraid of the sun confirmed. I feel like there's something deeper that we're going to have to unpack when I get to Vegas there. Which, admittedly, could be fun. I don't really understand what's going on there. Arc Lightning. Would you like to pitch a blue? You would like to pitch a blue. E-Strike. Putting Nimbleism on the bottom. I guess that's a mistake for whenever we draw the second Jack be Nimble. It's more damage, and we're just trying to kill him, right? So, oh God, please take some damage. Please, 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 please. Let me go, let me go. I'm doing something. I'm doing something. I've been playing Solitaire with a mid-range Aurora variant, so I try to convert lightning flows when I probably shouldn't. I mean, Foxy, I get it, you know? It's easy to try and convert stuff like that. Who said it was time for a blue rabble a few minutes ago? Somebody said it was time for a blue rabble, and like you may have been cooking, because if we flip over a blue here, I'm probably just gonna like, you know, have to, you know, throw myself into a wood chipper or something. OMG, succession is actually pronounced suck according to the dictionary. Yo. I'm not saying you're wrong, but like, why you gotta hit me with that? It's a Monday, you know? It's 8:30 on a Monday, and you're hitting me with it's like, oh my God, dude. So every time I draft that card, we're getting the suck. We're taking a suck every time we draft that card. I would say we could have just sent the Scorpio, but it doesn't actually kill them. Pass me to suck, boss. Yo. You can't just be saying shit like that. You can't just be saying shit like that, dog. That's crazy. Oh my God. Amazing. Also, hooray! We won! Confetti! Dun, 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 dun. Trent's been hitting me. Yo, I almost read that out loud. Went back and watched our game. I don't know why I misplayed on Talishar so much. I can't get into the groove or something. I mean, so Derek, I think there's something to be said for playing online, right? Like, I think a lot of people make small mistakes. I like to like commonly refer to it as clicking the buttons. Like, and I think that happens a lot. So 9, 19, 13, and 21, AVPT of 16 and a half over 4 turns. I mean, it's not bad, right? If you, yo, I can't read this shit out loud, bro. Y'all are throwing some crazy shit in there. Yo, Steve Harvey would hit him with what? Yeah, 100%. Yo, what's up, Frost Flames? Oh, dude, y'all are crazy. Ooh, do we want to go first or second in this matchup? Do we want to go first or second here? You know what? They're cowards. We're going second. Not scared of them. I don't need no defense reactions against them either. What do y'all think about that shit? We're going to run straight 60. Straight 60. Straight 60 against this guy. Canuck Boss 92. Thank you for the follow over on Twitch. Oh, they DC'd? Come on! Oh, they're back. Oh, I'm going first this time. If you left and rejoined and you're going to play me because I'm going first now, that is actually crazy. That's actually crazy. I cannot confirm what I am playing in Vegas. I cannot confirm what I am playing in Vegas. Hey, Valur, what's up, buddy? Girlcott, thank you so much for the follow over on Twitch. And also, thank you for the Prime sub. I appreciate that a whole bunch. Guys, if you are here for the first time or you are new to the channel, we got 3 questions we ask everybody when they're new. Those questions are, what's your name? What got you into Flesh and Blood? And what are your favorite hot dog toppings? Tell me about yourself. Love to get to know more about you while we're hanging out. Do we have an actual opponent this time around? Hey, what's up, Jay? Selling my Marvel Leyline for $300? Marvel Leyline in Valda's $300? That's crazy.
Some biddies, you say?
The Eddies have hit hard, and I decided to play Dio Copper. You're good, bro. I mean, first off, thank you for the $5 super chat. A firm handshake for Copper. I saw. We won't go into why I just did that, but I saw somebody do that earlier, and I thought it was hilarious when I was watching. I was watching Symphony stream this morning, and he did that, and it was really funny. I'm probably gonna make that a thing when people subscribe. What happens if they don't eat hot dogs? Then, you know, they can just tell me something fun about themselves. You know, people don't have to tell me anything about themselves, actually. They're on Arcane Lantern. I mean, we just block 6, right? Like, it's weird, but we just block 6. Deal an Arcane to them. They pitch a card. They pitch a shakedown. Interesting. This is aggro Aurora. The door is that way? Okay, whoa. I don't know about all that. The fuck? Are they playing 64, 68? They're playing 71 cards into us? That's kind of crazy, right? Yellow quick suck? Yo, who's got a yellow quick suck?
Lizard.
I was hoping for a strange punishment. Chad is getting unhinged this evening, and I gotta tell y'all, I'm really here for it. Like, y'all are on some crazy shit tonight, but I'm actually here for it. Y'all are like, it's a mood. It's a mood tonight. It's a mood. Oh. Also, what do you guys want to do tomorrow? Since I'm not streaming my actual deck, like, do you guys want to, like, draft tomorrow? Get some, like, final draft practice in tomorrow? Or, like, we could play a fun deck that I've, like, we could play Bravo tomorrow night if you guys wanted. I think I want to go bouldering. Isn't that just, like, climbing? Isn't that, like, mountain climbing or something? Doesn't that what that mean? I don't remember. Oh, dude, we're having, like, guys, if you don't know, we are having a gauge tournament. We are having a gauge tournament. There's going to be a Golden Age tournament when we get back from Vegas. Taylor and I are going to plan it when we get back. Trying to figure out the best way to make this hand work. Do we want to give Face Purgatory? Because they blocked here for a reason. And they clearly have something in their hand. Like, I feel like we're probably supposed to, like, block like this to play around something and then make them discard a card. And then just, like, play out maybe a little bit of a weaker hand and go from there. I don't like giving up Face Purgatory this early. This feels kind of bad because I really don't want to spend Quick Succession as a 0 for 1 here. God, we can't even like convert the weapon here. Yeah, this feels bad. I was kind of hoping that red Quick Succession would be like a mini Art of War this evening. Now that I've had some more time to like better understand Aurora and how she wants to play. But I'm just playing Bravo at the PT. Yo, Copper, I appreciate it. Have a good night. Oh, you want me to take the bandana off? Yo, the headband doesn't come off. Listen. Carly makes me leave the headband on, okay? So you do with that information what you want. But the headband, like when I get done streaming, the headband stays on. Like, yo, Suck of War would actually be a freaking crazy name. And I'm low-key here for it. I'm dead-ass low-key here for this. That would be a crazy name. No, Lightning Press would have been juiced. Dude, how can I wash it if I never take it off? It's always on my head. I can't wash it, you know? I cannot be saying things like, whoa, why not? She's my wife. It's consensual. She likes the headband, you know? Why are we not allowed to have the marriage we want to have, you know? What's up with that? Off stream is when it's really aggro blazing. I love how deranged chat is tonight, dude. Y'all are taking me out tonight. Oh my gosh, y'all are cracking me up. We're going to end on the snatch instead of leading with it. Rush of Power is a better on-hit effect. Got to be a D-react. What is in their hand? They have actively taken 7 damage so far this turn cycle. I do not understand. What is their hand? Listen. Yeah, this is the raw, this is the unfiltered me. You know? I mean, I'm not going to say anything, but you know, you guys are here voluntarily. Please don't leave. I need the attention. Streamer boy wants attention. Oh, crazy, right? I wonder if we can force the last 2 cards from their hand. I mean, Floating Stormstrike would be a great arsenal, I feel like. We could snap into, like, Scorpio here, too, if they don't block. If they don't block, I'm probably going to snap. Actually, do I want to snap? One snatch is down. We should probably save it for a bailout turn. We should probably save it for a bailout turn. I mean, I thought it was Fatigue Azuri until they played that way. And now I don't know what they're doing. How many Skizzics are we down? We're down 1 Skizzic, but we still have all of our Skyward Serenades left. I just think this is no blocks. Like, they're going to hit us with some form of disruption, and that's fine. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Wait. And the defending card? Yeah, I mean, like, I actually just don't care about this. Is there a Nimbalism over here? Hey, there is. No, don't take 2 cards. No, easy. Water, 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 water. Stop it. And a second strike. They're taking all of our damage. And they're going to codex. Codex into excessive blood loss, huh? So we can just block 5. I think this is fine. I would have assumed they were going to get Leave No Witnesses, but this is actually a really smart play because our deck is like all reds. So it's Serenade into a Skizzik for 4, Jack Be Nimble for 4, Storm Strike for 6 with the press. I've seen a lot of Azuri creeping up as well. I don't really know why that is. To my knowledge, like, there's nothing like insane about Azuri right now that I'm aware of, but I've been wrong before. It would not be the first time I've been wrong. Are you going to be streaming the keynote? I will not be streaming the keynote. They are having an official stream for this keynote. They are having an official stream for this keynote, which, you know, like, I know I had a pretty, like, you know, like, hard stance about that on the podcast, but after, like, talking to a few people, it makes sense. You guys get a better stream. Like, I don't have to worry about being there for the whole thing. I'm, like, setting everything up. So it just seems to be better this way. That, like, you know, you all get to, like, have a better experience. I think it works out better in the end for everybody. I mean, this requires them to pitch, which is kind of nice. I mean, I do think we are, like, getting fatigued here. Definitely a consideration. What if we save the Floating Storm Strike and we just throw the Scorpio here? We probably need to throw Scorpio as much as possible to avoid getting fatigued, but we also have to, like, really put the pressure on. So it's an interesting dilemma. Well, they have a bunch of equipment in the yard, right? So, like, 53, 54. Hang on, I can count at the end of the turn. I think we're just going to save the Storm Strike for next turn. I'll just go ahead and play the press now. Ha 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 ha. It's my silver. You've been bamboozled, opponent. Oh, Scorpio because of the frailty? Oh, yeah. Maybe if I wasn't too busy talking to chat. Yeah, thanks, guys. I missed that. So, I mean, I still think hanging on to this is fine. Adios mio. We don't want that to hit. Burn up and shock. I must have another D-react here, right? So if I let 4 cards come out of the deck, which I don't really like, I think we're just going to block 3 and let 1 card come out of the deck is the idea. We can go Burn Up and Shock, E-Strike. We can go Nimbleism, E-Strike, bottom the path. We could also just come in for 5 and not bottom this. And then the problem is I'm a little skeptical of, like, we need the Nimbleism in the yard for the last Jack Be Nimble. So it's an interesting decision, right? I think this is our block either way. I don't think there's a reason to do anything else. Sting of Sorcery? Are you talking about the 0 for 3 from the new set? Valur? You talking about from the new set? The 0 for 3 from the new set? Oh, adios mio. That's not good. That's not good at all. They put a card on the bottom of the deck. Oh, because of Cut to the Chase. Skizzik, Path, Scar, Rabble. I mean, it's a lot of damage out of our deck, which is unfortunate. Yeah, I think we need the Nimbleism in our yard. Please pitch a card to block this. How many Nimbleisms have we seen? How many? We've seen one Nimbleism and it's over. It's in our banish zone. We don't have another one. Oh, no, that's a Jack B Nimble. We do not have a Nimbleism over here. Okay. So I think I need to play the Nimbleism. I think we need to play the Nimbleism. We are going to draw a card. Okay, well, that worked out even better. I mean, Aurora does seem like she's actually pretty solid in other aggro decks. Like, that has been what I've felt so far. All right, so this is going to be a D-React. How many burn up and shocks are left? There's still 2 copies of burn up and shock. Okay. We have 2 options here. We throw Path of the Same Ends. They pitch a card and block with their last card. We throw Flowing Storm Strike, and they block with 2 cards, and we Arsenal Path of the Same Ends. We're not going to be able to connect here. I needed to draw something like a Ravenous Rabble right there. I think we can throw Flowing Storm Strike right here. And if they only give a D-React, we can blow them out with the buff effect. Yeah, okay. So they block 6. We do not push through the Burn Up and Shock, which is unfortunate. But we still have a 5-card hand for next turn. Are there any Skizzics left in our deck? No. There are not Skizzics left in our deck. That is unfortunate. Oh, I'm not going to lie. That scared me. Whew, that scared me. Haven't been able to catch a stream since NAS, but I wanted to know, how did you like Fogo de Chao? Saw you there Saturday night. Hickett, first off, thank you for the 10 months over on Twitch. I appreciate that. Food was delicious. Company was even better. Thanks for asking, man. You should have come and said hi, dude, if you were there. It would have been cool to hang out. I think we can set up the Arc Lightning for a better turn, right? Do we just want to pitch this to Grasp? So it is Quick Succession. I think we're going to set up the Arc Lightning. I think we need our Arc Lightnings to be pretty good. And we still have one more Arc Lightning after this. I'm going to lead on Path of the Same Ends. Because if they want to pitch to the Arcane, I think it's a trap for them personally. So it's an old blue aura that says your blue attack actions deal Arcane when they attack. Oh, you're Sting of Sorcery, not Stinging Sorcery. Sorry, I got the wrong one. I haven't tried Sting of Sorcery. I know it was really good with, like, it was basically like Arc Lightnings 4 through 6 when we had, like, other things that we could do. So I know that there's been, like, real value for it in the past, but I'm honestly not sure how good it is. Like, I'm not sure how good it is now. Just, like, being honest, I don't really know, like, where it sits now. If it's, like, playable. It was really good with, like, Ball Lightning and Flicker Wisp and stuff like that, but I'm not sure. Okay, they're just going to take this down to 17 to try to disrupt us. All right, so they have some kind of disruption here. Question is, what is it? Shakedown would be obnoxious, but this hand's pretty good, so... I unironically think Betsy is the best Guardian to be playing right now. I think Betsy's a lot better than most people think right now. Am I going to France for Worlds? I am sadly not going to Worlds. I'm sadly not going to Worlds. I wish I was, but I will not be at Worlds. It was my own group. Wasn't gonna invade. Next time you have to go to Matt's Bar and Grill and get yourself a Juicy Lucy. Second time going there to Minneapolis for cards, and second time going to get one. Can't explain to you how good they are. Okay, I'm in for that. That sounds awesome. I'm totally in for that. I mean, we just need to play the turns that we get, right? Yeah, as much as I would love to go to Worlds, Carly and I already have plans that weekend, so we will not be in Paris, sadly. Betsy's a much better fatigue deck than most people realize. I do agree with you there. All right, so this hits. It's going to be an arcane damage. They're going to prevent that. Arc Lightning for an arcane damage. Our opponent has taken damage now, so Second Strike is active, which is really, really nice. So now it is 4 go again. Giving that D-React the first time around would have been a lot better for you, I think. But I understand waiting for a more... Well, they knew what was in my hand. I'm a little perplexed by that. Thank God that's for 4. We still have a Nimblism we can search up. Yeah, so... All right, this puts them to 14, down to 13. And then this is going to put them down to 11. So, I mean, honestly, that was just a solid 4-card play where they had 1 defense reaction and we were still able to push damage there. So, I think we need to Arsenal the Burn Up and Shock. Arc Lightning, Nimby, get a Nimblism, play Nimblism. Current funnel will not have go again from there. Can we do the whole thing here, actually? So if we go Arc Lightning, Nimby, search for a Nimblism. If they pitch a card and block with a card, we can go Nimblism, Burn Up and Shock, current funnel. They give us their last 2 cards, and then this connects. So how they play to the Arc Lightning is going to tell us a lot here. Do they pitch a card to this? They do not. Okay. How many more Burn Up and Shocks are left? There is 1 more Burn Up and Shock, and there is 1 more Lightning Press. So I think we just play our turn anyway. I think this is fine. Get our Nimblism. And they're going to have to decide how they want to play this turn out. I will say this turn does keep tempo, which is pretty nice. So it is now Nimblism. I think think Aurora would be broken if Belittle was unbanned? Probably not. I don't know that Belittle and Nimblism, like Belittle's very good and it like definitely like serves as a starter, but I don't know if that would make her broken. Honestly, if you want to make Aurora broken, give her Channel Lightning Valley back. Like if you give this Aurora Channel Lightning Valley, she would be insane. I mean, they're taking a lot of damage on this turn cycle. Like, they're taking all of the arcane damage that we're throwing at them. And now this is 5 go again. It at minimum requires 2 cards if you don't want the burn up to connect, which is really solid. And then we get to throw Scorpio. So it's your entire hand. If they block everything... Okay, we're going to get a D-React here. 1 more arcane damage comes through and puts them to 5. Which means they're at 5. we have a burn up and shock and a lightning press available to us. They cannot take this or they're dead. They have to block. Okay. So I think we're going to activate Grasp, throw Flowing Storm Strike, and buff it. Or, yeah, I think that's the play, and we can Arsenal Revel in Runeblood. Unfortunately, there's just not a line that really works here, I don't think. I mean, Belittle would do a lot for the metagame, that's for sure. I put my Victor cards in a Betsy and made a Clash list. Ooh, Clash Betsy sounds like fun, actually. So I will say that, like, I do think that playing... I mean, if they let this hit, we can just make an embodiment, right? Okay. So we activate NIMBY to make an embodiment, and now we just set up. I think I'm okay with this. We have a Nimbalism left to use. Yes. Okay, so this hand's, like, actually cracked, right? Because it's burn up and shock both sides. This hand's really good. Well, that's less than ideal, but... Oh my god, they hit a current funnel off the top of the deck. Ah! Yeah, baby!
It's all coming together.
You love to see it. Well, they do know what's coming now, but honestly, I don't think it matters. Both sides of burn up and shock. That's actually crazy for us. So this is 4-go again with the on-hit effect. Dude, hitting a blue off the top of the deck right there. Persuasive Prognosis can get wrecked. I've never been so happy to see that in all my life. Oh, they're playing around the lightning press. Because they have to. Because they're dead. Now we get to play Revel in Runeblood to make 4 rune chants. Jack be nimble for 4 rune chants and 4-go again. This is going to end the game. And then we still had the press. Yeah, that was crazy. I did not think we were going to win that game. It seems like they were on a pretty hard fatigue list. But they were trying... It felt like maybe they used too many eradicates and things early. When they could have just, like, been blocking. I mean, we didn't have that much gas left. That was really, like, the rest of it. Because this turn was going to be, like, make an embodiment and +1. Stinging Sprite for, like, 4 and 1 Arcane into Lightning Surge Arsenal. Now, this turn would have been pretty good. Because we would have went Quick Succession, Path of Same Ends, Current Funnel, NIMBY, Lightning Surge. Yeah, like, we were probably going to close the game out no matter what there. Confetti! Hooray! Yo, we're cooking. Philip's list might be onto something. Philip might be onto something. We're kind of cooking with his list here. It's felt pretty good so far. It has felt pretty good so far. Yeah. Yeah, okay. No, I wrote that down. That's good. That's good. I'm glad. All right. Let's see. 7:30. Okay. So, because I am not streaming my deck, like that I'm playing at Pro Tour, I am cutting my streams to 2 hours so that I can practice afterwards and get some reps in with the team. So we are going to cut the stream off. If you guys like the deck, make sure to check it out. Show Philip some love. He is Downfall on Discord. Exclamation point deck will get you the link. Our loss was to Kassai. We played a really close game against Derek earlier. And we lost down the stretch. It was a close game though. But the deck felt better than I thought it was going to. I had high hopes for this one Revel and Runeblood, and I really liked it. Skyward Serenade did seem to really help the damage output of the deck. I'm still not entirely sold on NIMBY. It feels way too conditional, in my opinion. But I don't know. Yeah, Derek, don't apologize. You rinsed me, dude, and that's okay. The duality of aggro loving and hating current funnel on top of the deck is wild, and I'm here for it. Kid, I'm here for you all, you know? I like to keep you all guessing. Like to keep you all guessing. Y'all are gonna cry if I show up playing Aurora. How crazy would that be? Could you imagine? Maybe this time we play Aurora at the PT, and instead of top 16, we take it all the way to top 8. I'm just saying. Be open to it. Be open to it. I do think the sideboard could probably use some work, right? Like, I do think the sideboard could probably use some work. I'm not entirely sold on some of the sideboard slots, but probably work on some stuff. So, anyway. Guys, thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate you guys chilling tonight and being here. You know, dude, no Prism, so it's possible. Mods, I'm kidding. But Sag. Thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out. We're going to be streaming tomorrow night. I think everybody, we talked about, I can't remember what everybody else was talking about. I mean, let's see. We were talking about, like, what to play. We were talking about, like, what to play tomorrow. And honestly, like, I can't remember what everybody was talking about. We talked about playing Puffin a little bit. We'd also talked about playing, shit, what else did we talk about playing? I don't know. There was a couple things. If everybody wants to see some Puffin, we may get Jesse's list and play some Puffin. I do like Puffin. Deck seems pretty sweet. So, yeah, you could say this list was a success. Ha ha! There's the button. There's the correct use. Bravo is one we talked about. I'll throw it up in the Discord. Let everybody vote, and we'll get the stream going tomorrow. So, anyway, guys, thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate y'all chilling. Hope you guys have a wonderful evening, and I will see you all tomorrow. Take it easy, guys.